Wayne with you across our broadcast regions. And flownews24.com.au has the latest articles and up-to-date commentary on what's happening in federal politics and what happens in sport. We've got materials from out of our local areas and news that is happening around states. And this is a new initiative, and John McDonnell is one of our chief writers from Canberra. And today's article is something that is one of those that you read over before you present it. And John McDonnell, one of our most experienced writers, has put this together for us. The Morrison government in deep trouble over rape allegations is his headline, and the government has handling of the rape allegations that have been made by former staffer Brittany Higgins have been clumsy, to say the least, and it is difficult to see how Defence Minister Linda Reynolds can survive the furore. And on the weekend, word got out that Ms Higgins was going to restore a complaint of rape with the Australian Federal Police. She appeared then on the project on Monday night. The government's minders were caught unawares and went into overdrive, says John. As the story emerged, it appeared that 2 years ago, Miss Higgins had been found by a cleaner passed out and half naked on a couch in the Defence Minister's office. When she was revived, she alleged she had been raped by a senior member of Minister Reynolds' staff. Now, shortly after she had a conversation with the Minister and her Chief of Staff, Fiona Brown, in which she was encouraged to make a complaint to the AFP. She did this, but declined to make a statement to the police and later withdrew the complaint. Ms Higgins effectively told the interviewer on the project on Monday night that she was traumatised by the alleged rape of the time, and that the fact she was interviewed by the Minister and Ms Brown in the room that was the scene of the alleged incident. She said from that time of the conversation, the Minister distanced herself from Brittany Higgins. The male staffer was sacked shortly after the incident, and Senator Reynolds told the Senate that she had nothing to do with him from then on. Ms Higgins transferred to Senator Michaelia Cash's office, where she worked up until a week ago, when she then told Senator Cash she wanted to resign and why she could no longer work in Parliament House. Senator Cash was apparently very supportive and said she would raise the matter with Yaron Finkelstein, who is the Prime Minister's principal private secretary. Mr Finkelstein was apparently told on Friday, but didn't pass on the information to the Prime Minister until Monday morning. This was the first time the Prime Minister had heard about the incident. It is still not clear why Senator Reynolds, who is in a past life was head of human resources for the Army, sat on the matter for 2 years, or why Fiona Brown, who was transferred to the PMO, didn't talk to Dr Kunkel, who is the Prime Minister's Chief of Staff, or to Mr Finkelstein. Ms Higgins says that Mr Finkelstein contacted her at the time of the Four Corners probe into misconduct in Parliament House. At a press conference on Tuesday morning, Scott Morrison was clearly very angry. He said it was wrong that he had not been advised of the incident by Linda Reynolds and that this should never happen again. He added that he had asked a Deputy Secretary to his department to conduct a review into the event and the workplace culture in Parliament House. When he was asked by Channel 7's Mark Riley how many people knew about the alleged rape incident and when that occurred, the Prime Minister was evasive. In the Liberal Party room meeting on Tuesday morning, Women's members Celia Hammond and Nola Marino, both Western Australians, said they'd been inundated with messages from women voters complaining about the incident and the treatment of the victim. Later, Senator Reynolds addressed the Senate and apologised for the way she had dealt with Ms Higgins. Senator Reynolds' future hangs on the outcome of the Prime Minister's review. It is unlikely that Scott Morrison will go out on a limb to save her, and the report will undoubtedly be made public. If the findings are unfavourable to the Senator, she will have to lose her position, according to John. This will open the way then for Peter Dutton to become Defence Minister and another senior minister to move into Home Affairs. In the meantime, the government has to undertake a big exercise in damage control. And I'd say it's more significant than damage control. There is a number of issues and a number of timing of events that will need to be considered in the government or the Prime Minister's own inquiry. I would suspect there is a lot more to the story too. There is always, when these things are brought out, and John's given us a very good pressy of it over 3 or 4 minutes, and a pretty good article that you can read in its entirety up on flownews24.com.au. I think given the circumstances of it, I'll say no more on it, and we'll wait for the information to come to the fore. But quite frankly, any allegation like this that's made against any woman in any location needs a thorough investigation by whichever police force has jurisdiction in that matter. We'll leave it at that today, but we'll watch this closely on flownews24.com.au.